When money works, people do not think about it. They wake up, go to work, swipe cards, check numbers on screens, and believe those numbers mean safety. But when money begins to fail, it does not announce itself loudly. It starts quietly, slowly, almost politely, until one day people realize that the paper in their wallet and the digits in their bank account no longer protect them the way they once did. History shows that money has never been permanent. It has always been temporary, changing shape, name, and value across time, and every society believed its version would last forever, from ancient Rome slowly reducing silver in coins, to Weimar Germany printing faster than printers could run, to Zimbabwe creating trillion-dollar bills, to Venezuela where people carried bags of cash just to buy food. All of them learned the same lesson too late. Money is not wealth, it is trust, and trust can disappear faster than gold or buildings ever could. At first, nothing looks broken, shops stay open, salaries still arrive, governments promise stability, and experts appear on television to explain why everything is under control. But prices quietly rise, savings buy less each month, wages fall behind, and people feel poorer without knowing why, because money rarely collapses in one dramatic moment. It leaks value like a bucket with a small hole, slow enough that most people ignore it, until the hole becomes too large to deny. When trust weakens, people begin asking different questions. They stop asking how much something costs and start asking whether it is worth trading for. And this is the turning point, because the moment people prefer goods over money, money stops being money. When collapse arrives, it feels unreal. Banks limit withdrawals, ATMs show error messages, accounts are frozen temporarily, and savings disappear without noise or warning. The laws still exist, governments still speak, but money no longer listens, and society quietly shifts into survival mode. In these moments, history shows a clear pattern. When money fails, skills survive first. People who can grow food, fix machines, repair engines, build shelters, heal the sick, or move goods become valuable overnight, because skills cannot be printed, inflated, frozen, or erased. A useful person eats, even when the system breaks, and suddenly titles, degrees, and job status mean far less than practical ability. Right after skills, community becomes the next currency, because isolated people struggle while connected people adapt. Families pool resources, neighbors share tools, and trust replaces contracts. During Argentina's collapse, entire neighborhoods created local trade systems based on reputation, not paper, proving that when institutions fail, people quietly replace them with relationships. Community works because it spreads risk. One person may lack food, another may lack tools, but together they survive longer than any individual could alone. And this is why collapse hurts cities faster than villages, because modern systems trained people to rely on money instead of each other. Physical assets also survive when money fails, but not the kind written on paper or stored in digital accounts. Real assets are land that produces food, tools that work without permission, energy that can be controlled locally, and supplies that meet basic needs. History shows that gold alone never saved societies, but productive assets bought time, and time became survival. Wealth stops being abstract and becomes physical again. People stop caring about future promises and focus on present reality. What can be used today matters more than what might pay tomorrow. Power also survives, and this is the uncomfortable truth many stories avoid. When money dies, power does not disappear. It concentrates. Those who control food supply, security, transport, and force rise quickly. Collapse does not create equality. It removes the illusion of it, revealing who can protect resources and who cannot. History shows that moral systems are tested hardest when money fails, because desperation changes behavior, rules weaken, and survival instincts grow stronger, reminding society that stability was never guaranteed, it was rented. Yet even in collapse, something unexpected survives, meaning. When money disappears, Fake incentives disappear with it. Luxury loses value. Status symbols lose importance, and people rediscover older sources of identity: family, belief, purpose, and belonging. In many historical collapses, communities became closer before they broke. People focused on children, traditions, and shared values, because when the future becomes uncertain, humans search for meaning, not numbers. Money often distracts people from purpose. Its absence forces clarity. Money itself is not evil. It is a tool, but it is fragile. Every financial system promises stability, growth, and control. Yet every system eventually breaks under pressure. Debt grows faster than trust, printing grows faster than production, and belief fades quietly until it is gone. The real danger was never losing money. It was believing money was the only form of wealth. History makes one thing clear: the most valuable things were never stored in banks. They were stored in people, in skills, relationships, resilience, and the ability to adapt when rules change. When money fails, society does not instantly end, technology does not vanish, and people do not disappear. Instead, humanity reverts to older rules, older currencies, and older truths. Usefulness replaces income, trust replaces contracts, and survival replaces comfort. The greatest mistake people make is preparing only for financial survival while ignoring human survival, because money can vanish overnight. But skills take years to build, communities take time to form, and meaning takes effort to discover. In the end, history asks a simple question that money never answers: if the system disappeared tomorrow, what would still make you valuable? Who would still stand beside you? And what could you still offer the world without permission, without paper, without numbers on a screen? Because when money finally fails, people do not become poor overnight. They simply discover what they truly had all along: